Hi friends, I'm Sarah Martin with the Contoured Chemist. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy you're here because this video might help you a lot. If you've been following me for a long time, this video might be a little bit of a review. You might have heard me say some of these things before. Maybe not if you're just a YouTube subscriber. If you follow me on Instagram, then you most definitely have, because today I am sharing all of my favorites. And this is gonna be more beauty related favorites. So I thought really hard about what I really could not live without. Like those things that make me feel confident when I step out the door every day. And these are the things that I have to have. So hopefully I don't seem super high maintenance. I'll give you a little bit of background about why. But if you want to check out all of my beauty favorites, this is probably going to be beauty favorites from the last 2 years that I've discovered. So keep watching if you want to check it out. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see my next video, which are normally tutorials. I promise there'll be a tutorial coming next week. And I'm so happy you guys are here. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and get started. So, if you've been around here for a while, I'm sure you've heard about most of these, but I wanted to put it all in one place so you guys can reference back to it anytime you need. And let me just start by explaining a little bit about why I think these are the most important. So, at least most important to me. So, if you had not seen what I looked like when I started my journey with mascara and I first became an artist, you might not recognize me. I feel like I've learned a lot. And this is coming from somebody who already loved beauty, and I have always been obsessed with makeup and have always been a product junkie. But these are the things I've discovered since I started that I feel like have changed my game, my beauty game. They've completely been game changers for the way I look every day. And so I get asked all the time what my secret is. There's no secret. It's these products, and they're game changers. And I love finding a holy grail product that completely changes your routine. Like, it makes me giddy. So let's talk about them, shall we? Okay, so the first thing, I didn't used to take care of my skin. I was one of those people that was my New Year's resolution every year. This is the year I'm gonna find a skincare regimen and I am gonna stick with it, and I am gonna age backwards and all of the things. But it wasn't until I became an artist, and at the time, the only part of the mascara skincare line was the milk cream. So I signed up to be an artist, and this came in my kit. And so I was like, okay, I want to see what all the hype is about, because I had seen people raving about this. And no joke, I went from not even washing my face every night. I know that's like the worst thing. I think I read somewhere that ages you 7 years. Well, it was very apparent on my face because how old was I? I don't know how old I was. I'll show you guys a picture so you know what I'm talking about. But I looked 10 years older, and I truly believe it was from not taking care of my skin. So, enter milk cream. No joke, I went from really oily and dry. So I was really oily, and then I was dry and everywhere else. And now my skin is normal. Like, I didn't even think it was possible to have normal skin. I almost thought it was almost like a genetic thing, like you're born with the skin you have. So not true. It's all about pH. And when your balance is off, that's why you're oily, or that's why you're dry. And my balance was way off because I was using a powder foundation, and it dried me out, and it triggered my skin to think it was dry, so it produced excess oil, so I was both dry and oily. and all it needed was a little bit of balance. So milk cream is probably my ride or die. I will never use another cream again. In fact, I've tried some more expensive designer ones that are supposed to be amazing, and nothing feels as good as this feels on my skin. And I just can't say enough about it. I call it liquid gold. It truly is. The milk cream changed my skin, and it honestly, I feel like, is what triggered me to become a skincare junkie. So now I love skincare products. I will always use Tres Leches is like my core system, the cleanser, toner, and the cream. I always use that. But now I've incorporated a lot of other things, and something that I never thought I'd really be into is having glowing skin. Like, I love when my skin looks glowy, not oily, not shiny, just glowing and healthy. Because for me, my skin was the opposite. It was dull. It wasn't bright. I looked older. So now that my skincare is actually, I can tell the difference in my skin from one day to the next, depending on what I did the night before. And I'm so picky about my skincare now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with number 2, and that is gonna be my Isle of Paradise self-tanning drops. So if you haven't been around a while, you might not know I am a tanning junkie. Now, this isn't new. I think I calculated, I've been self-tanning like nonstop. And when I say nonstop, I mean 365 days a year I have tanner on. It's very rare to find me completely exfoliated without a tan, and I haven't reapplied yet. So, that being said, the tanner I was using was not the best. It was over the counter, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I was using latex gloves to apply it, and it was a lotion. So this changed the game for my face. So self-tanning drops, you literally drop them in your lotion. I use them with my sunscreen. So I did have melanoma removed last year, and I am like crazy about sunscreen now. I've learned my lesson, and now I'm paranoid. So I've recently been loving Glow Screen, which is by Supergoop, and it has just a touch of, I'm guessing mica. I'm not really sure, but it just gives a glow to the skin. Now I do have makeup on, which is again gonna add glow, but it gives just like not a shimmery, not a shiny effect, just adds that inner glow that I want. So I mix these, and I only do it every few days, but I mix 5 drops of my self-tanning drops in with just a pea-size amount of this, rub it on my face, and I will be glowing in a couple hours. So I can't imagine using anything else on my face. I know there's more expensive options, but these work so well. I can't even like bring myself to try something that costs twice as much. These are amazing. And I love the green. There is a dark version. I swear the green is darker on me. So personal preference, I love these. Okay, so that's a little bit about that. Let's get back to self-tanner. So like I said, I was using a lotion and latex gloves. So I finally took the plunge and started trying Mousse, a self-tanning mousse. Okay. First mistake, I used it with latex gloves. It worked fine, but a mousse does not apply as well with latex plastic gloves as it does with one of these bad boys. So it was a game changer when I discovered these microfiber mitts. Okay, so that was step 1. Step 2 was a mousse. And this literally exploded in my bag and dyed the label on the way here. But I have a couple of favorites. I will say this is my ride or die because it's affordable and I use it every 3 days. And I love the color. I don't get streaking. I get instantaneous bronze and I can get it off Amazon. So St. Moritz is my favorite. In dark, I've used both medium and dark. I've mixed them. I have literally tried everything. I have an entire highlight on Instagram about my self-tanning routine and even when I tried this bad boy. So this thing is a lot more expensive, but I'd heard so much about Loving Tan that I had to try it. So this is the dark as well. So I kind of put these two to the test on Instagram, and I will still continue to use this every 3 days for sure. But for a leg tanner, I don't tan my legs except in the summer. Let's just be honest. I'm not gonna waste it if nobody's gonna see it. And this is a lot more expensive and I am a little thrifty. So this is amazing on my legs and I did both and this just did not tan my legs like this did. Maybe it's because I have no base tan there like I do the rest of my body. This I use on my body. This is gonna be my go-to leg tanner. So in case you were wondering the difference, check out my Instagram. I am always very honest and real with y'all. So that is what I'm gonna be using. Okay. So we've talked tanner, self-tanning drops for the face. Let's go back to the face and a little bit more about skincare. Okay, 2 more things that I discovered right after I became an artist with mascara for skincare. Okay, so I can tell you, I remember exactly where I was the first time somebody told me that they got dermaplaning. And I asked, what is that? And they said it's when they shave your face with a scalpel. And I remember thinking, why on earth would you pay for somebody to shave your face? Like, I didn't even think about, I just thought, why would you shave your face? You're a woman. Okay, fast forward, I became an artist and everybody was talking about shaving their face to get the best application with creams. And then I started researching it. And if you don't know me, I am a chemist. I research everything before I do it. So I started researching the benefits of dermaplaning. And I was so intrigued because I couldn't believe how many benefits. And then I read that that is why men age better than women, is because they're constantly shaving their face and taking off all that dead skin, all that top layer of skin off their face. And I was like, well, if that's the case, if that's true, I'm doing it right now. I told y'all I was on a mission to age backwards. So I grabbed tinkle razors. Now, these technically are not dermaplaning, like esthetician office surgical steel scalpels, okay? So the difference is they use literal scalpels on your face. But these will give you similar effects. They just won't be as extreme. But I don't have the time to make an appointment and get my face shaved every couple of weeks by a professional. I'm all about the DIY. So I got these to try, and let me tell you, game changer for me. First of all, just getting off all that peach fuzz is extremely satisfying. But what I love was the exfoliation benefits. So anything you put on your face afterwards is gonna penetrate deeper. All of that hair on your face isn't gonna hold bacteria and dirt on your skin. You're gonna break out less. And I just found that my skin cleared up. I had more glowing skin because I was exfoliating more, and my makeup looked so much better. So I am a huge fan of tinkle razors. I use one probably every, I don't know, 1 to 2 weeks. I do have a video as well on how I shave my face. And no, your hair does not grow in thicker or darker or anything like that. Those are all wives' tales, and I promise once you do it, you're gonna love it. Game changer. So this in the combination with the next thing, I think have changed my skin just as much as the milk cream have. So Pure Natural Aqua Gel. So if you've never heard of this, this is sold in Japan. I believe a bottle over there sells every 13 seconds, I read. And I honestly have no idea what's in it. It's in Japanese, but I researched it as well. I even found a video on YouTube where she did actual scientific research and used it and then made sure there was proteins from skin cells in what comes off your face. And I'm not joking, my skin, I can't live without this. I seriously can't go a week. I do this every 3 days like clockwork. I can tell when I haven't, my skin just isn't as smooth, and I'm starting to feel it's that dead skin. Once you start using it regularly, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll just be like, I need to exfoliate. I've never found an exfoliator that is as gentle. So I turn really red when I use strong skincare products. I don't think I have super sensitive skin, but I do turn red and then it just goes away. But this doesn't turn me red. It doesn't have any actual physical exfoliators. It is a gel. I had always used exfoliators in the past that, you know, were gritty. Okay, if you think about that and you're actually using gritty particles on your face, I'd read how damaging that is to the surface of your skin. And it made complete sense. You could actually cause more damage, especially if you're not careful with which exfoliator you're using. Some of them have like ground shells in them and sand and things like that that technically are not smooth particles. So anything that's not smooth and jagged can actually damage your skin and create more damage, more inflammation over time. So I was trying to get around that, not use anything like that, and I heard about this. So this will actually, you put it on, can't read the directions since they're on Japanese, but you put it on dry skin, you let it sit there for a second, and then you use your fingers and you start rubbing it around, and the dead skin on your face literally balls up, and it's disgusting, but it's kind of like the tinkle razors, and they're both oddly satisfying because you're getting all of that off your face. And no joke, when you do these the same day, which I like to tinkle my face and then I'll cure, and my skin will never be more smooth than the days I do both of those. In fact, I have another video I can link where I show I do this, then I do this, and then I do my milk cream, because this is extremely soothing, and if your skin is sensitive, this will calm it down. It is my favorite 1, 2, 3 facial, pretty much, for glowing skin. It is amazing. Now, another thing I like to use for glowing skin, but I do not recommend doing it on days you tinkle. So tinkling my face definitely makes my face more sensitive. If I tinkle my face and put my vitamin C on, it burns. So I'm always really careful with what I put on my face after I tinkle, and usually it's only my milk cream. But once a week, this kind of opened the door for me on trying a bunch of skincare from this brand, and I loved everything I've tried. And this brand is amazing for if you do want to try something and you don't want to spend a bunch of money, because it's all so affordable. And it's all active ingredients. You know exactly what you're getting in each bottle because there's only one thing in it. And so I've done other videos I can link below showing how I developed a skincare regimen using The Ordinary. So this kind of was my gateway into The Ordinary products. This is the AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. It's a 10-minute exfoliating facial at pH 3.6. I'm a geek, remember, I love all the science. I love the detail that this company puts on their labels. You know exactly what you're getting. This stuff literally comes out and it looks like you're applying blood on your face. I'm not even exaggerating. It's like a thick red gel, okay? And you put it on for 10 minutes and you rinse it off, put it on dry skin, and it is, like it says, it's a peel. It will take off that dead layer of skin. So I don't feel like I need this, and I don't do this after I use that. So I like to do this once a week, and I like to do, I call multi-masking. I'll do this for 10 minutes, and then I put on a secondary mask depending on how my skin is feeling that week. I feel like it's really important to not just do the same thing all the time in your skincare, that you want to pay attention to your skin. So if you are, say, breaking out or acne prone that week, use like a mud mask to pull out impurities, or charcoal, something like that. I like to do this and then do a moisturizing mask. A sheet mask is really fun after this, but I do that once a week. Schedule it, just make it part of your schedule. I feel like Self-Care Sunday is so important to my my routine, that if I don't just make it a point to schedule something like that every week, I forget and then I don't do it. And the difference my skin has gone through in these last 3 years because of doing simple tweaks like that, it's worth its weight in gold. So try this, it's so good, and I believe it's $10 or less, and I haven't even bought a new bottle yet. It lasts so long, it takes very little. All right, so let's get off of skincare because I feel like that's almost all I've talked about. Tanner, skincare, same thing. So now I'm gonna go into one of my other holy grails, which if you've seen any of my videos, you've seen that I talk about them a lot, and that is Lash of Eye. So I am a diehard obsessed Lash of Eye addict. I can't even tell you. I've always had very blonde lashes, which is weird with my dark hair, and they were never like short or anything, but they were straight. I'd curl them and they still wouldn't stay curled, and I'd wear tons of mascara and then I'd feel like it was just flaking or didn't look good because my lashes weren't thick. They were long, and I used lash serums to make them longer, but that doesn't thicken your lashes. So when I saw this for the first time, I was like, that is intriguing, because I really wanted lash extensions at the time, but as a stay-at-home mom, and I really didn't have 45 minutes to sit in a chair and get my lashes done every 2 to 3 weeks with little kids at home. I had nowhere to take them. I couldn't get a babysitter just to get my lashes done. So I saw these and I thought, why not try? If you don't know, these are at-home lash extensions. At least that's what I call them. They're pretty much a hybrid between strip lashes that you would apply on the top of your eye, but these actually apply underneath your eyelashes, and they come in all different styles and lengths and colors. I mean, you can barely even see. And they're incredible. So they're easy to apply once you figure it out. I think the very first time I applied, I lost one overnight, and I haven't lost any since. So I applied them once a week, and I don't want to say I don't touch them. I can simply grab my wand and give them a little squeeze once to twice a day, and that holds them on for the entire week. And then I could probably get longer, but then I like to remove them, give my eyes a break, rub my eyes a little, and then I apply a new set. So that is Lash of Eye. There's different bonds. I have a ton of videos on Lash of Eye as well. I believe I have a playlist, so I can link that as well. But that is a game changer for me. Just the time it saves me from applying mascara. I wake up with my lashes done. That's mainly the benefit for lash extensions, is that you don't ever have to touch them. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to put mascara on or wake up with them done. I get the same thing. I can control exactly what my lashes look like each week. I can change it up, and I can take them off anytime I want. And the number one thing that really sold me was that it's not damaging like lash extensions. I was really scared that I would lose all of my lashes and then I'd have to use lash strips, and I wasn't really good at lash strips, and I did not want to have to apply those for a really long time while my lashes grew in. So I tried this, and oh my gosh, I've been wearing them probably 2 years every day. Like, I give myself a break every once in a while, but I wear them all the time. I'm obsessed. Okay. So we covered lashes. I can't do a favorites video without covering my favorite makeup, because if you are new, you might not understand my love affair of mascara. To me, it is the first game changer I came across that sparked all of this. So mascara is my 3D foundation. This is my entire face, literally all of it. Customizable compacts, cream makeup. Do your makeup in 5 minutes with the most gorgeous double-ended brushes on the face of the earth. The most beautiful makeup, I think. I mean, you can't argue that. It's the most beautiful makeup ever. So if you're unfamiliar with mascara, check out some of my videos below. I teach women all across the US and Canada how to apply and everything they need for literally a flawless face in 5 minutes. It's amazing. So check that out. I won't talk too much because most of you probably have heard it a million times. Okay, so we've talked makeup. We have to at least address hair. And I'm gonna share with you one of my favorite recent finds on hair. So I've always been kind of a product junkie when it comes to hair products, always trying new things. And I don't think I ever felt like I ever found my ride or die hair products. Like, I've used so many different tools and all these different things. So I think I finally found it, and I know you've probably heard of it. So this is my new toy, the Seint. If you haven't seen it before, I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. This is a literal, is it 5 interchangeable? So it comes with the handle, and it comes with 5 interchangeable wands. Okay, so anything from 19, 25, 32. This is the 32. It has a tapered, and a bubble wand. Have you used a bubble wand before? So I feel like finally, for one tool that, first of all, is gorgeous, and it really does fold into like nothing for storage, which I can appreciate so much. But it's super simple and easy to just switch them out and change my look every day. And I don't know about you guys, I feel like I get bored with my hair, and I feel like every day my hair looks the same. And with short hair, that's something that is a little harder because I can't just throw my hair up in a ponytail. and I'm always looking ways to kind of like change up my hair look. And this wand definitely does that. I mean, it is a game changer because you can just have one tool and get so many different looks and use each one of these tools differently. So it's definitely more than 5. So that has been my fun new play toy, is utilizing these and seeing what kind of hair looks I can get with my new fun lip sync. Okay guys, I think that was 10. I stuck within the beauty realm. If you guys enjoy these, give me a thumbs up and I can totally do a new subject area next time. Tell me what you want to see next. I will link everything I talked about down below. If you need a color match, my questionnaire will be down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, but I appreciate you guys watching and being here, and I love you all.